Hello, this video is about pulse code modulation with our subject communication principle BEET 2333. Our member group is Mio Arif Firdaus, Nawa Prakash Nair, and Muhammad Haziq bin Mazlan. Please enjoy the video. Thank you. PCM block diagram. As you can see, this is the PCM block diagram. The basic operation in the receiver section are regeneration of in-phase signal, decoding and reconstruction of the quantized pulse strength. Voice data were limited to below 4 kHz. It requires 8 kilo sample per second using pulse amplitude modulation (PAM). Each sample was assigned to digital value. It have 4 bits and 8-bit system, which have on level according to bits. PCM procedure is sample and hold, and the sample were assigned to the closest level. Quantization. Quantizing is a process of reducing the excessive bits and confining the data. The sample output when given to quantizer reduces the redundant bits and compresses the value. Quantization is representing the sample values of the amplitude by a finite set of level, which means converting a continuous amplitude sample into a discrete time signal. There are two types of quantization: uniform quantization and non-uniform quantization. The type of quantization in which the quantization level are uniformly spaced in terms as a uniform quantization. The type of quantization in which the quantization level are unequal and mostly the relation between them is logarithmic is termed as a non-uniform quantization. There are two types of uniform quantization. There are mid-rise type and mid-thread type. Encoder and decoder. Encoder. The digitization of analog signal is done by the encoder. It designates its quantized level by a binary code. The sampling done here is the sample and hold process. These three sections, LPF, sampler and quantizer, will act as analog to digital converter. Encoding minimize the bandwidth use. Decoder. The decoder circuit decodes the pulse-coded waveform to reproduce the original signal. This circuit acts as the demodulator. Regenerative repeater. This section increases the signal strength. The output of the channel also has one regenerative repeater circuit to compensate the signal loss and reconstruct the signal and also to increase its strength. First question: what is the frequency of the analog signal that has been used in the example 1? As you can see on the screen, this is graph from the MATLAB coding, which have 5 signal graph: analog, sample, encoded, decoded, and square signal. This is the MATLAB coding for question 1. And the answer for calculation using formula 1/t, t is time and the time is 100 seconds, will resulting to 10 mHz per second. Second question: generate a 2 kHz sinusoid with a peak-to-peak voltage of 2 watt and generate a quantized signal when n equal to 8 and n equal to 16 levels. Calculate signal to quantization noise ratio SQ and R. As you can see, this is the calculation that we made for n equal to 8 and 16. This is the MATLAB coding for 8 bits. And this is the result of the MATLAB coding for 8 bits. This is the MATLAB coding for 16 bits. This is the result of MATLAB coding for 16 bits.
Question 3. Using Simulink for question 1 and 2. This is Simulink diagram for question 1. Using signal generator, dot product, uniform encoder, integer to bit converter, bit to integer converter, uniform decoder, sample and hold, and finally analog filter design. These are the output: signal generator, uniform encoder, pulse generator, dot product, uniform decoder. For question 2, we're using signal generator and pulse generator to dot product, Moore law compressor, scalar quantizer encoder, integer to bit converter, bit to integer converter, quantizing decoder, Moore law expander, and finally analog filter design. So this is the output for question 2, 2 kHz, 8 bits. And this is for 16 bits. Conclusion: as we can learn about PCM, we discover its advantage and disadvantage. The advantage were convenient for long distance communication, has a higher transmitter efficiency, and has a higher noise immunity. Then the disadvantage were it requires large bandwidth as compared to analog system. Secondly, its encoding, decoding, and quantizing circuit of PCM is very complex. PCM are widely used in the satellite transmission system. It is also used in space, communication, and technology. The compact disc CD is a recent application of PCM.